Hi YouTube, I'm voting in the Game Awards. It just went live today. So we're gonna do all 29 categories. I'll give my opinion on if I think it deserves to be there, whatever else. I'll just give my opinion on everything and vote for what I think is going to win. Or what I like the most, but I'll give both. Game of the year. So a big surprise already. I am shocked they added Shadow of the Erd Tree. Like at first I was hoping they would add Shadow of the Erd Tree. But I do wish they just had a DLC category, like a category just for like DLC, new battle pass, whatever. But at the same time, though, Shadow of the Erd Tree is bigger than a lot of full games. So it makes sense. Like it's a huge DLC that adds a lot to the game and it's very well made. So I mean, you know, it's got amazing music, amazing boss fights, like the DLC. I mean, it's Elden Ring DLC, of course, it's good. But yeah, unlike when Elden Ring was nominated and unlike when Baldur's Gate was nominated, I don't know if Shadow of the Erd Tree is going to win this category, because as much as I loved it and of high quality game it was, a lot of people didn't like it, and it didn't even get like insane reviews when it came out either. But I think the majority of people did enjoy it a lot. But yeah, it is more like an expansion. So Astrobot, amazing game. I played through this, really good. I've never played Balatro, but I watched a lot of it. Now this is going to be the kind of game where, let's say it wins. Actually, no, I don't think Balatro is gonna win, but I do think it deserves to be here. A lot of people earlier when the Game Awards dropped came in chat like, okay, what the hell is this Balatro bullshit? So this game came out in like January. It was huge for live streaming. Like this game was hyper popular. And I know it's just a card game, and I've never played it, but I do know that it's extremely popular and people love this game. So I'd say it deserves to be here. Haven't played Black Myth Wukong, but no surprise that it's here. And oh my god, the amount of people that are like, oh, Black Myth won't get nominated because the Game Awards are rigged. What now, dipshits? Elden Ring and Rebirth and Metaphor. So my favorite of these games was Rebirth. I haven't played Metaphor. A lot of years for Game Awards are really easy to predict what's gonna win. I think this is really tough, but I think it's between Metaphor, Rebirth, and Shadow of the Erd Tree. I don't think Wukong, Balatro, or Astrobot has a chance, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I think Balatrio's my wild card, and I think Rebirth is gonna win. And Rebirth was my favorite of those games. Keep voting. Okay, brah. Best game direction. We're for outstanding creative vision, innovation in game direction and design. Same games? All right. No, I'm not underestimating Astrobot. Like I think Astrobot's a great game. Creative vision, innovation in game direction and design. Innovation in game direction. This is Wukong. Is it? Isn't Wukong basically just a glorified boss rush? I think this is Rebirth as well. I'd say Rebirth. Best narrative. Okay. For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Like a Dragon, I haven't played, but I know people love this game. I know it's like really beloved. Metaphor, Hellblade 2. I don't think this is winning anything. And Silent Hill 2 for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. No-brainer here? What's the no-brainer? I don't think this is a no-brainer. I think people aren't using their brain and probably are just thinking Silent Hill 2 when really Metaphor, Infinite Dread. I think any of these could take it. I don't think this is a dead giveaway either for best narrative. Like, I would think Metaphor could win this. Model 2 is gonna win, I'm 100% sure. Okay. Wait, what's BS? This is... Okay, guys, if you're gonna scream that the Game Awards are rigged, I'm gonna ban you. just like share your opinion. Don't baby rage in the chat. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure best narrative. God, I hate voting for Rebirth 3 times in a row, but like I'm just trying to think. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, Yuho. Like, I think outstanding storytelling. So I love Rebirth and I love the story, but like it gets pretty convoluted near the end. And a lot of people guys, watch people beat Rebirth. Just go watch the end of people's YouTube video on beating Rebirth and then realize that like so many people are like, what just happened? So outstanding storytelling, like I liked it, and I think I understood what happened at the end. Like I was given a whole rant about what happened, but yeah, I think I'll give it to Silent Hill 2. But you know, Metaphor could win this, and even Infinite Wealth. I don't think Hellblade has a chance. I haven't played Hellblade though. Best art direction. Man, I gotta give it to Shadow of the Erdtree. I think this is the first no-brainer. But Metaphor could win that. I haven't played Metaphor, so I don't know. Metaphor could easily win any of these. Best score and music. Okay, okay. Let's hear chat's opinion. Let's see if chat is biased. Because there's an easy win here. This is insanely easy. It's 100% Rebirth. 100%. It's 100% Rebirth. There's no way it's gonna lose. There's absolutely no way. Rebirth has like 300 songs. Rebirth's soundtrack is not only enormous, but the soundtrack is insanely good on top of that. This game probably has more music than Astrobot, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade all put together. And sometimes this is a very biased category for a lot of people. A lot of people think best score and music, and they'll think in their head that the theme of the game. Like when you say Stellar Blade, you mean like every single song that ever plays, or are you thinking of like specific themes? Or same as Silent Hill 2. Which honestly, Silent Hill 2, I didn't like a lot of the music as much as I like in the OG. I did like a lot of the music, don't get me wrong, but I shouldn't say bias for many people, but I'm thinking of soundtrack as a whole, not just like Rebirth wins this, in my opinion, no questions asked. Audio design. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. No questions asked, baby. Let's go. Best audio design. I think that's Silent Hill 2. Recognize the best in-game audio and sound design. Silent Hill 2's got it down, dude. Silent Hill 2's got it down. At no point was I walking around slowly in Rebirth and Astrobot listening to the sound design. I think this one is an easy dub for Silent Hill 2. Oh, best performance. I wish it said who they played. Why doesn't it say who they played? Like, I know he's James, and I know I think she's Aerith, right? Honestly, no, this is really tough. I didn't play 3 of these games, though. I think, yeah, poll, no, we don't, you guys can all vote. This is me voting. This is me voting. You and like we don't need polls, guys. You don't understand live streaming. You guys are all gonna say Silent Hill 2 for every single poll that has Silent Hill 2 in it. Like, because that's my community. And if you watch like Dist or Ella, they're all gonna say Elden Ring. If you watch a Call of Duty streamer, they're all gonna say Call of Duty. Like, that's how the communities are. Yeah, this is between Luke Roberts and Brianna White. Dude, like, I love James in Silent 2, but also Aerith did like a really good job too. This is tough. I hate this category. I hate this category. I know. Yeah, Brianna sounds exactly what Aerith should sound like. I agree. I think she killed it. Like, man, this is tough. Luke Roberts did great too, though. This is really hard. I hate this. But look at Luke Roberts, though. Look at him. Look at the marginalized group. Look. This poor white guy surrounded by, of course, a bunch of women. Like, it's not fair for him. Right? That's called sarcasm, but look at Luke. Look at him looking into our eyes. Look at him. Luke, come on. Don't look at me like that. Luke, please. Luke, come on. Okay, come on. He won't stop. I have to. He won't stop. He won't stop. He won't stop, man. God, he was looking right into my eyes. Luke, please. This is a good category. Of course. Okay, listen, I love women, all right? More than men. What would you rather run into on the street at 2 in the morning? A woman or a man, okay? I'd rather run into 100 women, a group of 100 women than one single, like, man. All right? A bear, yeah. I'd actually rather run. That bear conversation is dumb as hell. Can we progress or what's going on here? Diablo! Innovation and accessibility. I'm going to assume Dragon Age has really good accessibility. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't click the accessibility tab in any of these games. Nor did I play any of them. I'm ashamed, by the way. I didn't play Diablo yet. I didn't play the expansion. I've been too busy with streaming stuff. I don't know why this is... I can't... Blizzard, you owe me a sponsor for this. Games for Impact, for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Closer... Indica. Indica was really good. I really like that game. Let's go with Indica. That was the one, what was the song we kept singing? Yeah, loading. Best ongoing. Awarded for a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. You know, Helldivers 2 did that really well. I think Final Fantasy 14 is going to win this. I stopped saying what I think is going to win. Oops. Why isn't Warcraft on here? Helldivers 2 does it really cool though. Because LOL Blizzard? I mean, this is a Blizzard game. Yeah, I think it's either gonna be this or Fortnite. Honestly, I think Fortnite does it the best. But you know what? I don't have a good say in that category because I don't play those games. Community support. Recognizing a game for its outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness. This is actually probably Final Fantasy. I'll never forget that time where... Wait, Baldur's Gate 3, so wait. Have they been crazy open on social media or something? What am I missing? Amazing support for mods. Guys, remember though when they had to delay the expansion pack for Final Fantasy 14 and the director of the game came out on video and he started crying? That was actually last year, so I guess it doesn't count. All right, Baldur's Gate 3. The GOAT. The GOAT! Come on! Best independent game. You know what I find funny about these categories? Okay, Animal Well, Laser Eyes, Neva, UFO 50, and then something nominated for Game of the Year. Balatrio. I always find it funny when, like, to me, these are dead giveaways. Like, best independent game. Well, would it not be insane? Okay, so Balatrio is up for Game of the Year. None of these other games are up for Game of the Year. Best independent game. So it's in the best game category. Like, this is the best of these games. Well, if Balatrio doesn't win this category, then how the hell is it nominated for Game of the Year? Because whatever beats it should have been nominated for Game of the Year. Because if it's not even winning its own category, and this category isn't specific of like what elements of this game are the best, it's saying the best independent game, the best game. And that's the exact same category as Game of the Year, except the one difference is these games are different, and then Game of the Year has Balatrio. So if Balatrio lost this category, it'd be ridiculous. It would be insane. Like, the logic I'm saying is 100% sound and factual. If Balatrio loses this, whatever wins should have been nominated for Game of the Year. Balatrio has this in the bag. It should. I should have voted Animal Well because donkey support, but for real though, bro! Caffeine man go off. As I think caffeine slows me down, all right? Hello? Wait. What? It's the same situation, dude. If any of these loses, I'm not going to say it all again, but how could Balatrio lose this? For real though, for real. Like, I'm being dead serious. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, well, I'm sorry. The education system over here is pretty horse apples, but... I mean, debut and... I mean, I'm voting Animal... Well, I haven't played Animal... Well, I haven't played any of these, actually. I'm voting Animal... Hey, here you go, donkey. Free one. Free one, baby. What? Best mobile game? Uh-oh. Okay, this is different. We're fighting against the weebs now. We're fighting against the like, give my credit card to some rich company people now. Zenless Zone Zero. There's people that have spent millions of dollars on this game. Same with Wuthering Waves. You know what? Balatrio's sick. I'm voting Balatrio. A best VR/AR. Ooh. Chat, you want to help me with this one? Yeah, I watched most of these games, by the way. With Balatrio, I've watched a lot of it. Man, as I was thinking before, like weeks ago, as the weeks were leading up to Game Awards, this is definitely one of the weaker years, I think. Like, some of the past 5 years in gaming have been enormous, and this one's definitely a little pretty chill. Let's give it to my boy Batman. Balatrio VR. Well, if it was there, you know. Best action game for a game. Okay, Wukong is nominated for Game of the Year, so it wins. And if it doesn't, that's stupid. Well, no, that's not true. Because, for an action genre focused primarily on the combat. Helldivers 2 was the most fun. Listen, I'm just gonna tell you guys this once and only once. Guys, it's a sexy lady, okay? Come on, you guys were hounding me earlier for the man, all right? Now it's women time. For the best action/adventure game, all right, nominated for Game of the Year. Action-adventure game? Like, you know, come on. Well, it's basically an action-adventure. You have to kill like 800 enemies in Silent 2. Dude, I killed more enemies in Silent 2 Remake than I killed in the rest of the franchise combined. That game has so many damn enemies, it's insane. You know, it is an action game. It's fucking, there's shit hitting you in every room. I'm not saying it's bad or complaining. It's just a fact. Like, there's enemies all over the place in that game. I wish there was a horror category. Maybe there is. I hope there is. I think of these games, it's Astrobot. Like, Astrobot was really good. Astrobot was insanely good, actually. I loved that game. That game brought me to tears, guys. I want to vote Silent Hill, but I mean, I don't know about that category. Best RPG. For screw you, Dragon's Dogma. For best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Okay, first off, let me say that I adore Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh no. If there's any time to go into this rant, it's now. Dragon's Dogma 2 could have been nominated for Game of the Year. Could have been one of the best games this year, but man, they dropped the ball on Dragon's Dogma 2. It is one of the coolest systems in any game ever made, which is the pawn system, where you create your own sidekick. It could be whoever you want it to be, and you can then put them on the internet and anyone can hire them as a sidekick. And I love that. It's so good. The pawn system from that game is untapped like billions of dollars. Dude, someone needs to actually make a really good game, possibly online game, and tap into that pawn system for Dragon's Dogma 2, and they are sitting on like a fortune idea. That system is so good. But Dragon's Dogma 2 is clearly unfinished. That game basically may as well be in early access. And there's so much proof too. Like when you go to the second town in the desert and you save the queen of the town, like she just turns into a normal NPC. Like there's so many quests in that game where you'll like get halfway through or you'll finish the whole thing and it just seems like it ends abruptly. Like as if there was supposed to be more follow-up or something else that happens afterwards. It's just, God, that game screams unfinished to me. I loved Dragon's Dogma 2, don't get me wrong, but it was definitely unfinished. Like they definitely shipped the game and they were like, fuck, this is not done, but we can make it seem like it's done. As long as people aren't too perceptive while they're playing through the game, they might think it's a finished product, but there's no way in hell, man. Shout out of the Erd Tree. So, best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively So, obviously what Elden Ring does best is there's many different weapons and many different armor types that change all your spells in the game, many different spells as well. There's so many ways to play Elden Ring. Rich character customization, but I also love the character customization Rebirth. I don't know, man. I don't know. Best RPG. Yeah, the party combos in Rebirth are so good. They're so good. Yeah, Pedro. Yeah, I'm pretty torn on this topic. For me, I think for me it's Rebirth. Oh, best fighting. Ooh. Sparking Zero, Tekken 8. Marvel vs. Capcom Collection Classic. Okay. Like, I'm not saying okay sarcastically, but I find it funny that it made the list, you know? Tekken 8's gonna win this category, I think. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Here's the problem with that game. I haven't even played it, but I watched enough of it to make this comment. It shows how gaming has evolved, especially online games, where you have a game that has over 100 characters that are all like, you know, it's Dragon Ball. There's so many cool characters in Dragon Ball, so many. But then you watch the online gameplay and it's just 5 characters because no one wants to actually pick their favorite character. They'd rather just pick what's in the meta, or the perceived meta. And yeah, I think if I played all these, Sparky Zero would be my favorite. I've always wanted to play Grand Blue. I've never played that though. Multiverses I have played. Marvel vs. Capcom I've obviously played. Tekken 8 I've watched a lot of. Sparky Zero I've watched a lot of. Tekken 8, you know what Tekken 8 did really well this year? And why I think it deserves to win? Tekken 8 made a ton of people, streamers, so I'm talking about specifically. I'm wearing glasses right now so people think I'm smarter than I am. Well, actually, Tekken 8 is the best here. Tekken 8 brought in so many new players to the fighting genre. Like, I've never seen more normies play a fighting game. And Tekken 8 was that. It took so many people that would never stream a fighting game, and they gave it a chance, and they got addicted, and, you know, it made the game huge. So for that, I'm gonna vote Tekken 8. Even though I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I love Dragon Ball. But let's give it to Tekken 8. Best Family! Alright, Astrobot, which is nominated for Game of the Year, so... I haven't watched this, but I've watched all the other games. And I played Astrobot. I don't know, I think Astrobot takes this easy. Mario Party looks really fun, though. I can't wait to play that, dude. I wish I had people to play Mario Party with. But Astrobot, guys, some people might be thinking like, oh, why Astrobot? Sleeping on Astrobot, man. It's an insanely good game. Insanely good game. You got 3,000 people willing to play Mario Party? You guys just watch it for my big boobs. And my pretty face. Best sim / strategy. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay. Oof, the only one I watched is Kitsune. I might skip this one, actually. I have, like, no say. I mean, Capcom hype. I feel like this game looked sort of mid, though. Am I crazy? It didn't look that great. Do I have this song on repeat? Hello? I'm skipping. I don't know. Sports. Just kidding. Sports. We love sports here, baby. Guys, hey, my dad used to be the manager of a hockey team, okay? If he didn't have a stroke that ruined his entire life, I would have been a hockey player. And that's a fact, because he was not a very nice dad. So I would have been forced into it. But with that being said, I don't play sports. I don't watch them either. skipping. Best multiplayer. You know what? I gotta give it to Helldivers 2. Because, dude, I feel so bad for the controversy with Helldivers 2 and stupid Sony and influencers blowing it up even more. Helldivers 2 was insanely good, probably still is, but like it's actually a shame all that stupid internet stuff just completely ruined the game's reputation. But it deserves a dub, dude. It deserves a dub. It was insanely good. I played the shit out of it. Best adaptation. Oh my god. Here. All right, let's start with Tomb Raider Legend of Lara Croft. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a lot of clips and I watched a lot of reactions to it. Tomb Raider, the Legend of Lara Croft, I can make a very decisive opinion on this, even though I haven't watched it, okay? And that goes against what I say. I'm usually like, hey, you gotta watch this to... Yeah, I know. All right, so Legend of Lara Croft, the Lara Croft that exists in that show is not reminiscent of any other Lara Croft in the entire franchise. And not only that, character development that she made in other games that were prior to that that show existing, like the games lead into the show, and she diverts back into an old version of herself. Like all that character development was for nothing. Anyway, boo! Haven't watched it, but I heard it's horrible. Knuckles, I watched a little bit of that. I watched Fallout. Guys, let me tell you something. Arcane not only destroys this whole category, Arcane is up there with like Breaking Bad. Arcane is legitimately one of the best shows ever. It's not even Arcane is the best video game show, which it easily is. Like, it's not even a fucking question. It's not even a fucking question. Arcane's not only easily the best video game adaptation ever made, and it's not even close. Arcane is up there, and you guys can be like, oh, sure, boo, yeah. Go on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb in 10 years and watch Arcane float the top 20 TV shows of all time for the rest of its existence. Arcane is like an absolutely insane show. It is extremely good. Like every episode, it's not like your classic animated TV show or anime in general, where you gotta watch 10 episodes and there's one really good one, 10 episodes of one. Every episode's like fucking insane. Like the first two, like getting the story building, you know, it takes a bit, but Arcane is like absolutely brilliant. Every single episode is insanely good. Yeah, Arcane, like, for people that are saying nah, they probably just didn't watch it, or they were just turned off by the art design. But it's like watching a freaking moving painting. This, like everything, I can't sit here and talk about Arcane because I could rant about 30 minutes for it. It's insanely good. It's based off League of Legends, but you don't even have to play League. You don't. It's insane. Like, you guys that are like, nah, dude, bullshit, you're just outing yourself. Like, that'd be like being like, oh, Breaking Bad's so bad. No, dude, Breaking Bad's overrated. This sweeps. This could be against every single video game adaptation ever made, not only this year, and it would still win. It's not even close. Most anticipated game. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, well, yeah, that's settled. Here, wait. Let me remember what I said about Arcane, where it could be against every single every single video game adaptation ever and still win. Grand Theft Auto could be against every single video game 2026, 27, 28, 29. It's got this in the bag. It's not even a fucking question. Like, think about that 50% of gamers are like normie gamers, like Call of Duty. They'll only play Call of Duty. They'll only play the new Xbox or the new Sony exclusive and no other games. They're all voting this. It's not even close. And then you got the I'm a non-normie. I'd probably still vote this. I don't even know. What am I most excited for though? Probably Concord 2. I'm very excited for Death Stranding 2, Metro Prime 4, and Monster Hunter Wilds. But yeah, where's RE9, bro? For me, my most anticipated game. Shit. I Metroid Prime 4. This is too hard. Maybe I'll just vote Grand Theft Auto. Because like this category doesn't matter at all. I mean, GTA is winning this category no matter what. Thank you, Misery. Yeah, let's just add another drop to the ocean. Content Creator of the Year. Holy crap. Unlike the Streamer Awards, I have no clue who any of them are except Queso. The Streamer Awards, I knew like almost everyone. But this, I have no clue. Where am I? Oh my god, this is rigged! Bro, I'm not even here! It's Queso, easy. Best esports game. Did everyone... Okay, let's see how well I know my chat. What's the best esports game? Counter-Strike 2. Okay, I'm voting League because I love League. Best esports athlete. All right, I didn't even look at the list yet. I just see the faces. It's Faker, no questions. Where is he? It's Faker. It's not even close. It's Faker. Faker wins every year. He's gonna win again. And Faker's definitely gonna win this year because he had an insane play at League of Legends Worlds and like won them the game. So I mean, it's gotta be Faker again. It's gotta be Faker, dude. Faker's like the best gamer ever. And he's like 24 or 25 now, and he's still like, it's insane. He's still one of the best League players. It's insane. Faker's god tier, dude. Who? I can explain who Faker is. So he's been carrying League of Legends for like, fuck, he's been carrying it for like 8 years now. He's been the number one. No, he didn't start actually about 8 years ago, I don't think. He was around like 7 years ago. Faker just is like, he's insane. Faker is 50 years old. Best esports team. T1, guess who's on this team? Faker! Ugh. Hello? What? Wait, what are you talking about? Are we done? That was weak. That was weak, I gotta say. I skipped two? Oh, I skipped, yeah, I skipped. Oh, yeah. Because I skipped the sports in the other one. Man, what a rigged anyway. Yeah, pretty dry year. Yeah, my panties are not even soaked right now. My panties are quite contained. Thank you, Peepo Monkey. Thank you, Misery Preacher. Yeah, next year is gonna be even more boring because GTA 6 is just gonna win everything if it comes out soon enough. Yeah, this... Do I expect about it? I'm not sure. Rockstar is usually pretty good for releasing on time, right? That's what sucks about massive games coming out, like Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate are a good example. You could have a really good game come out the same year as like those two games, but the reality is, let's say you're making a good, objectively good game. That takes like 8 years of development. Well, it's probably going to just destroy every other game that year in every single category that it's nominated for. Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate being the two good examples. And next year it's going to be GTA 6 probably. Most people won't play. Well, by the way, before I end the YouTube video, I gotta say, when I am saying like, oh, I didn't play a lot of games this year, but I understand, by the way, guys, that games are really expensive, and when I'm like, oh, what should win, and everyone's saying the only single game they played, I don't mean any disrespect, like, oh, you need to play every game to actually have a really solid opinion, because games are expensive as hell, dude. Like, sometimes people can only afford playing like one game every 3 months, or because you can't rent shit anymore. And like, that's how I used to play a lot of games when I was a kid. I just rented everything. I would literally walk around my block and look for like quarters on the ground and try and save up as many as I possibly could. I'd like search in the heaters in my house and search under the couch cushions and stuff. And I would even check like pay phones, like press the button. Like, that's how I would rent games. I would just have to look for money on the ground. Pretty successful too. And yeah, nowadays it's like, oh, that, like, it takes like $80 to play a new game in American money, which sucks. So it's, you know, some people can only afford playing like one game every 3 months or so, one new game. Yeah, it's just, and yeah, there's a lot of really long games too. So especially if you're really busy, like if you're super busy and you buy like Final Fantasy Rebirth, that's gonna be your game for like 4 months. Steam sales for the win, yeah. But yeah, all this was my own opinion, and when I scream about stuff like Arcane being the best, I'm just passionately expressing my own opinion. If you think it sucks, bravo. Let me know in the comments or whatever else. But yeah, I'm just sharing my own opinion. If you guys have a completely different one and you think I'm living in a bizarre world, fuck yeah, dude. Own your opinion. Oh, fellas. Oh, 0. Well, I have opinion of your wiener. It's 9 inches. Fuck it. Speeds, we can cut the video before I said that. Thank you. No Concord! No Concord! Are you kidding me, dude? Coin cord, nothing. There's no coin cord.